Yo, I think Sunday's doing his big reveal. Sorry, this is urgent stuff. Sunday's got dirt he wants to share. Looks like it's on Doomer.
All right.
Oh man. DoomerMedia, that's not his name.
Let's do this. Heidi ho, you're live.
Hey, you might have to turn me up.
STV Philly.
Messing with my audio in the background, and this is as high as I can get it.
You're actually pretty loud, so.
Oh no.
Chat, can you hear STV Philly?
Because if I need to turn it down, I can, but I just can't turn it up.
It looks strong from where I'm standing. We'll give chat a couple seconds to catch up.
Okay.
How are you? Hello?
I was just listening.
What a conversationalist.
Oh, I see.
It's a little quiet.
A little quiet? Okay, well, I can
we'll
boost you. I can boost you a little bit. It is seem to be peaking. So everyone's saying it sounds fine. So I think that might be on your end. You might have to go into settings. You might be getting the audio back really quietly.
Okay, maybe that's it. So hopefully this is good enough. If not, just turn it up.
All right.
Hello,
so
President Sunday.
Hey,
how are you?
I am swell. Do you want to introduce yourself quickly for the audience? Name, pronouns, etc.
Yeah, sure. I'm STV Philly. I hang around this space. You see me in different chats on different streams sometimes, talking to various people. And
Pronouns are Phil Fim.
Phil Fim. You can just call me. You can
There
call
we
me
go.
Philly. He, him. You can call me Philly though. So.
Holy shit! Sunday does have
let's just cut to the
RPG
chase.
cleric
This is gonna be a
chronology.
little bit of a
Holy
change
fuck!
of pace from wonderful Lovecraft reading we were just enjoying. So I came to you because I trust your judgment on things like this, and I'm not particularly asking for your advice, but more of your opinion. So I'm just going to lay it out, and
Okay.
if you have any questions, we'll go from there. So a few years ago, I'm sure you know Doomer. He goes by DoomerMedia now, but a few years ago he used to go by Doomer Politics. And
I know Doomer. I know Doomer. We get on.
so he's been around. People have heard his name before, and so back in September or October or late 2021, fall of 2021, he made a Vosh video that made the rounds and was fairly popular, I'd say. And he then went on to start to crowdfund for his next video. And he put out a tweet which basically stated that, which was saying, I want to start a GoFundMe for my next project, something like that.
Do you want to show me this?
Something along those lines. I can, if you give me 1 second, I can try to find it.
Yeah, please.
I do have it saved. Yeah, so let me get that for you. And then, so while I'm getting that for you.
Yeah, please.
While I'm getting that for you. So a buddy of mine who I've known behind the scenes and been talking to, he decided, I'd love to see a Hasan video, and decided to bankroll the whole thing himself. And what ended up happening is that, I'm sorry, I'm just looking for this tweet. So what ended up happening was Doomer ended up getting the money.
This is taking some time.
I
love STV. I love STV.
The product, which would be, so basically, the deal was, my buddy would pay him $2,800, and he would write a script for a Hasan video and put it out himself, and he would get all the proceeds. My buddy just basically wanted to bankroll this GoFundMe that Doomer had started. He was a fan of his, and so that's how that kind of went. So Fast forward a few months, Doomer is basically telling my friend that I'll do the video. Just give me a couple more weeks, couple more months, whatever time. Couple months go on. Make a long story short, we roll around to March of the next year, I'd say. So we're talking March 2022.
2022.
And yeah, so all of a sudden, the responses to my friend's messages started getting more spread out, started getting less receptive, less communicative, and basically he ghosted him. He disappeared. He received the payment on PayPal and then disappeared. And so
here, hang on.
like,
Just can I just read this out very quickly, just so I just so we're
sure.
following this. So this is from September 2021. I'm assuming that these this would have been the same time because
Doom have been scamming. Is that what I'm hearing here? GoFundMe scamming. A lot of that going around. I mean, I hope STV's got evidence.
that's when the Vosh video came out. So Doomer Politics says, should I make a GoFundMe to make a video on Hasan? People won't stop asking. Would be something like $2,000 to $3,000, and would come with a stipulation that I just report my honest thoughts on the dude. Also, just to be clear, without one, assuming without the GoFundMe, I'm not making the video. I'm not personally interested in Hasan, and it takes a ridiculous amount of work that people apparently don't recognize to do this sort of thing. I couldn't afford to take 6 weeks off to do it otherwise. And then this person, who you blocked out, I see, says, I'll fund it, DM me. Okay, so this is your friend down here.
yes, who responded, it looks like the same day.
How much did he, how much did your friend give him?
So in total, he gave him $5,000, but for this specific video, it was $2,800, and that's what I want to focus on because the other money is kind of I'm not so clear on that situation, but this situation right here. So
he gave him $2,800. Hang on, slow down. He gave him $2,800 for Hasan is unironically evil.
Yes, that was the plan. That was the plan, and so. Just so you fully understand, my buddy was not looking for, to do this video himself. He just wanted to help fund Doomer, unsolicited. Doomer put this out, and my friend said he would help him. And the problem I'm having is my friend was going to chalk it. He was just going to take it as a loss. Since Doomer disappeared, we fast forward, we're in 2024 now, and nobody has heard from Doomer until recently. About a month ago, he pops back up on the scene, and my friend's like, "Yo, what the fuck? Like, okay, let's see if I he's back now. Let's see if I hear from him." A couple days go by, a couple weeks go by, nothing. So, I started, to ask to talk to Doomer, and Doomer ended up
Doomer's a bit of a dweeb.
DMing me, and
he's
so
not too bad, but
I basically ended this conversation.
But I mean, if he's a scammer,
with Doomer, I asked him,
hey,
point blank, do you owe this money? And he admitted to owing the money, and he promised to pay the money back, right? And
yeah, guys, if you give me 5K, I will make a Destiny's unironically evil video. Okay.
I would have.
Can you show me this? Would it be alright for me to see this?
So are you talking about the DM?
Yeah, could I see
that?
that?
Me and sure. Okay, so I'm going to have to...
$20 for glasses is also the best we can do.
There you go. You got it to me. Yeah, I see the download. Give me 1 second.
You got it?
Yeah, let me just pop it up here.
I'll fund it.
Well, what?
Here, hang on 1 second. Okay, here, I'm just going to make my camera smaller here. Do you mind if I just read this out?
Yeah, go ahead, read it out.
Okay, so this is from March 15th. Hey, Doomer, STV Philly. Hello, I believe you have something to say to me. Yeah, can you talk to me on someone's stream? Why would I talk?
Oh, wait. Oh, sorry. I didn't want you to
on
screen, but
oh, shoot. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I assumed because the last one.
Are you
okay?
No, that's my fault. I should have said something. Damn. But so
can I just like you cool with me just like doing this then? Okay.
Oh, interesting. Okay. All right. We got DMs here. This is big. If you knew anything about what happened, you'd know I'm not a scammer. Okay, well, Doomer seems to think this context exonerates him here. I'm serving as this person's proxy because his time is valuable, and I have all the receipts.
I mean,
that's on me, chat. That's on me. That's on me. I leaked this. Okay. All right. Anyways, we're going to hell anyways. So, DoomerMedia says, "Why would I talk to you and not someone actually involved in these events?" So it sounds like you already called them out in public.
Base Sunday. Oh well, they're on screen anyway. They're on screen. We might as well read through them. Dude, he won. He won.
So not in public. Behind the scenes, I was asking people that knew him, that I knew that knew him. What can you get me in contact with him?
Oh, I get you. So you weren't addressing Doomer. You were just
okay, guys. Take it easy. Okay, I'm not ready to proclaim Doomer's guilt just yet. We're not. Okay, listen. Scammer Media, Groomer Media, both very funny names, but he's not necessarily a groomer or a scammer. Okay. Okay. So let's just take it easy. Let's wait and see.
Asking around.
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay.
And then yes. And then,
just hold that thought. Yeah. I'm just going to go through this just so I see exactly what's going on here. Why would I talk to you and not someone actually involved in these events? Furthermore, why would you not try and resolve things privately and instead try and immediately go on stream to discuss something that does not involve you? You're going around calling me a scammer. If you knew anything about what happened, you'd know I am not a scammer. You reply, I'm serving as this person's proxy because time is valuable and I have all the receipts. DoomerMedia says, if I have a claim about what happened, you cannot confirm or deny it. You weren't there. And you say, plus you ghosted him, he's my friend. Doomer replies, I acknowledge that I owe him money. I intend to pay that back. Is there anything else?
Oh, okay. Wait, and Sunday... So Sunday's like, oh, the DMs are on screen anyway, we might as well read them. But he doesn't just do that. He scrolls down. He scrolls down. He adds more DMs. He leaks more DMs. Dude, this guy is just fucking unstoppable. What a fucking menace. I mean, I acknowledge that I owe him money. I intend to pay that back. So you've spent the money and you didn't produce the content. But now you need to try and get the money back. What?
And so, can I just stop you right there?
Yeah, please.
This is what I was thinking as we were having this conversation, because he says, why would I talk to you and not someone actually involved in these events? And the problem I had with that was...
Yeah, look, again, if the issue is the money, I'm currently saving it up so I can repay him. This would have been resolved with a single direct message. Doomer, no. Scammer Media, no. Dude, he did. He accepted the money. He didn't do the work. He spent the money. And now he's trying to get it back. Oh, no.
Ghosted my friend, and he made it a point to not contact him. So by him saying that, it just really it made me think that he did not have the best intentions, or was not being completely honest. So that set off my first red flag, right? That comment
Sunday
right there. And then he says, furthermore, why would you not try to resolve these things privately? I mean, that's exactly what we're doing right here. And instead of try and immediately go on stream.
Well, I think he's referring to the invitation to talk about it on stream. But let me just get through this very quickly.
Sure.
So let me put a hypothetical situation past you. This is what DoomerMedia is saying. We go on stream. I make a claim. You can't confirm or deny it because you weren't there. Do you see the issue with me talking to you about this in public? Again, if the issue is the money, I am currently saving it up so I can
Take
repay
the
him.
focus off. What is happening with my OBS?
Okay.
Yeah, for some reason the capture is just like dying and like freezing. I have to like close it and reopen it.
That's good.
I don't know.
This would have been resolved with a single direct message, but instead you're going around calling me a scammer to my friends. You reply, exactly with respect to the single direct message. What exactly were you trying to accomplish talking about this on stream? And then Philly says, no, I said you scammed my friend and I would like to talk to you about it. DoomerMedia replies, okay, so DM me. Again, do you take issue with anything aside from the fact that I owe him money? Seems like a large sum of money, but okay. I know you think you have a bulletproof case.
Okay, but the he says, I think no, you think you have a bulletproof case, but I assure you that's not true. The bullet, okay, the bullet for his scamming allegations that Doomer has, the silver bullet here, is I didn't scam him. I'm gonna pay him back eventually. Said every scammer ever. Said every scammer ever. It's like I don't know if it's like 2 point something K, 2.5K or something.
Case, but I can assure you that is not true. Philly replies, why are you saying you'll pay him back now after being called out? How come you haven't faced this head on? And the Doomer says, I had no method of contacting him until like 2 days ago. I didn't know how to get into contact with him. I have character witnesses that would attest to my intention to repay the debt. It is not something I decided to do after being called out.
The money was given to him on the condition that he would create a video called Hasan is unironically evil.
I pay back my debts. I see it. We're almost at the end. Just let me finish this so I have it all in one spot. Okay. Philly says, you say, okay, then pay the man back. Doomer says, I will. Philly says, I will drop everything. Doomer says, I will pay him back within 6 months. I had already partially paid back the initial amount. Okay, that's good, but it's been a while, so I intend to repay the whole thing. You say that's not true. You didn't pay anything back unless you have receipts. Doomer says, see, you didn't know what happened. You don't know what happened. This is why I didn't want to talk to you. I absolutely did. I did work for free on his show in furtherance of repaying the debt. Philly says, okay, well, I have receipts saying he paid you.
I did what? Oh no, I know what's going on here. I know what's going on here. I think. Does anyone know? Does anyone know? Is anyone thinking the same thing that I'm thinking? Yeah, Quella's got it. I think this is the Johnny Sigma guy who did that dog shit fake podcast, the satire podcast with erudite voice acting in it, with the fake healthy gamer thing. I did work for free on his show. That will be the show that Tom's also been working on, that DK and Chud were also paid to consult on.
You have receipts saying you paid him back partially. Yes, I know you sent him almost 20 pages of docs. Doomer says, ask him if I did work for free on the show with the understanding that I was not making a Hasan video and was trying to repay the debt. You say that counts as some sort of repayment, let's say 1K. Let's just so like him like producing some of the pages he was paid to make, but not all of them. It's like some form of repayment, I guess is the argument. Let's just focus on the 2,800 for the Hasan video. Doomer says, I intend to repay him 3,000. Okay, that's fair. We'll set a reminder.
I can't play it. I can't play it. Maybe it'll be a maybe a Discord exclusive or something.
24. KK, I'll send it to the same PayPal where I initially received the money. Philly says, save the receipt. I don't hate you or know you. Just defending my friend. Hope you understand. Doomer says, I understand and I don't begrudge him to hurt feelings. As far as I'm concerned, I did wrong him, but I'm not a scammer, lol. If resolving that is the issue, just DM me. You say, that's why we never went public. We really wanted to talk to you. So you're in talks with the guy who donated the money actively then, because you're saying we really wanted to talk. You're like royal we, right? But you were ghosting him. I guess that's not royal we, but like you're including yourselves as a group. But you were ghosting him, so that was kind of hard. Well, in fairness, I literally couldn't log on to that account. I've had new socials for like 6 months.
Well, I mean, yeah, we'll see. We'll see whether there's a justification for leaking it beyond before the agreed date.
So
what's perplexing me here is that given given
I
the
mean, I wonder
fact
if they
that
address that. I doubt
he was
somebody's pressed
paid to
him.
do a job, and given the fact that he was not intending to complete the job and he was paid quite a bit, his argument for why he didn't pay him back was that he lacked the means to communicate with him. But he's the one who deleted the means to communicate with him. He's the one who changed all of his socials. That seems like something you wouldn't do if you were like intending to honor your debt, you know?
That's what I was just about to ask you. Like, in your objective opinion, does this sound like somebody who is being upfront and honest about their intentions? To me, my answer is no. And the reason I say that is because I was willing to give him good faith and good grace after this conversation, but then 6-7 days went by and my friend hadn't heard anything from him at all. Not
okay. I got you. Let me finish this quickly. So
wait, is that why he leaked it?
And good grace, because sound like somebody who. That's what I was just about to ask you. Like, in your objective opinion, does this sound like somebody who is being upfront and honest about their intentions? To me, my answer is no. And the reason I say that is because I was willing to give him good faith and good grace after this conversation, but then 6-7 days went by and my friend hadn't heard anything from him at all. Not
okay. So I guess somewhere in there he's saying that Doomer said it. I guess they agreed that Doomer would speak to this Johnny guy, and that didn't happen. So now STV is going public with it.
Okay, I got you. Let me finish this quickly. So I read something interesting coming up after the part we just looked at. This is why we never went public. Well, in fairness, I couldn't log onto the account. I've had new socials for like 6 months. You said, okay, that's fair. Did you make any attempt to find him? Literally everyone knows him. Doomer says, I was going to do that when I collected the money. Philly says, oh, so in September. Doomer says, well, ideally it will be earlier than that. It could be in a month when my next video releases. Okay, you say, you seem to be saying this in good faith. I hope you keep your word this time. Best of luck to you. You two have a nice day. And you say, how about this? Let's reconvene in a month, see where you're at financially, and maybe set up a monthly payment plan. Doomer says, if that's what he wants, I can send $500 a month. Yeah, that's fine. All right, I'll send $500 a month for 6 months, starting on April 15th.
Okay.
Okay, that's perfect. He says, thanks, no hard feelings. Thanks for having integrity, which is sorely lacking in this space.
Well, okay, so
hang on. So you were just saying
he hasn't given Doomer a chance to pay this. They've set up a payment plan, so why is he going public with it now? Surely at least wait until April 15th, I would say, right?
He didn't reach out to your friend afterwards.
Not only did he not reach out to him, I mean, we have the initial ghosting, right?
Yeah.
And then we have the
I mean, yeah, it's certainly bitch made of Doomer to not reach out to this guy and say, hey, bro, sorry I ghosted you when I had a bunch of your money. I'll start paying it back. Like, that is totally, you can say it's bitch made, but I mean, you've agreed with him a payment plan, and you haven't given him a chance to fulfill that agreement.
Lying and saying that he had no way of getting in contact with him. And then we have the like trying to sort of lie to me at first, like because he didn't know what I know, right? So these are all red flags that have set up my that have set off all my alarm bells. And then we get to the fact that he makes the payment arrangement and then does not contact my friend. If I were Doomer and I was in his situation, I would have contacted him like, hey man, listen, whatever happened. You know, I don't know what happened to Doomer, why he disappeared for 2 years, but you know, that happened. I'm back now. I talked to your buddy. We're going to set up a payment plan. I'll talk to you April 15th. That would have been it.
So this is a week ago.
No, screenshotting this from the start is smart. That is just smart. I mean, if you're confronting a guy about possibly scamming, yeah, you want to keep a constant record of what the original messages were.
Since this last Friday, he has not reached out.
No
communication at all.
Nope.
Okay.
And that's my biggest issue.
And so to be clear, then, so this is a summary of the issue. So, DoomerMedia, 3 years ago, makes Vosh is Unironically Evil, blows up, does really well, and so he decides to say like, hey guys, look, this took a lot of work. I'll make another one on Hasan if you like, but only if you pay me $2,000 to $3,000 because it's a lot of work. Your friend says, you know what? I'll pay for it. Pays for it all. You say he paid extra as well, amounting to $5,000. I'm not sure what that is, but let's run it to $2,800 for now. Pays him $2,800, and time goes by. I don't know if you're familiar with the history of DoomerMedia's channel after that point, but basically he got a lot of.
The thing is that it is, yes, they haven't given him a chance to fulfill the payment plan. However, from their perspective, they've been chasing Doomer around for like 2 years, trying to get him to either make this video or give the money. And so he's still putting it off and still not getting in contact. So
Positive attention from like Sargon for the first video. Then he started like making some other videos that showcased his progressive politics. So he criticized Dave Chappelle for his trans jokes. Got a negative reception from Sargon's audience. And then he later had arguments with people about like food stamps and whatnot, where he seemed classist. And then he deleted everything. So in between that payment and him closing his channel, it appears as though nothing was produced for the Hasan video. He closes his channel, deletes all of his socials, disappears from the internet, and doesn't make any attempt that we can see to contact the person he owed the money to at all. Just not a word. Because certainly he wasn't asking around. We don't have evidence of him asking around for ways. Hey guys, shoot, I made a terrible mistake. I closed my account before I repaid this guy who gave me all this money to make this thing I can't do anymore. How do I reach him? He didn't do that. He didn't put a tweet or anything out saying, hey, if you're this guy, DM me so we can like sort this out. And presumably also these were paid over PayPal, so he couldn't even see that's the part that perplexes me. He's unable to pay this guy. He would have had like the financials, right? I'm assuming he didn't delete his PayPal or whatever he was using to process these, or his Patreon. Yeah.
Well, yeah, he was obviously not going to pay it back if he didn't come back to the internet. Obviously,
He even says he'll pay back in using PayPal on this.
Like he would have needed this information to be retained just for tax reasons. So leaving that aside, so makes no attempt to reach out, claims he had no way of contacting him. So I think that's absurd. And then 3 years later, yeah, it would be 3 years later now. No, it'd be 2 years later because it's September, end of the year. So about 2 years later, comes back, starts making videos again. He's been live for a couple months now, I think. I've spoken to him on stream. He released a follow-up video to Vosh's Unironically Evil, which is like 40 some odd minutes long. And has made no attempt to reach out since.
I've seen him on Chud's stream. I've seen him on Justical. And just to be clear, he could have just asked me, what is this? How do I contact him? You know, like if this is really an issue of not being able to contact him, you're talking to his friend right now. Just ask me, and I'll put you in contact with him. But I just wanted to see what he would do. You know how you kind of just like, you know, you let people like kind of like you watch them and see what they're going to do. So I'm just watching his moves and seeing like, okay, does this guy really have the intention of paying back? Is he like really being honest here? And just every move from the time he came back showed me that he had no intention of paying my friend back, even up till this day.
Okay, and this payment plan. So obviously, like he's mentioned that to you, but he hasn't mentioned this to your friend.
He has not said that, and that is why I'm here, because he hasn't said a word. And I just wanted to know what you made of this whole situation.
Well, to be honest with you, here's a. You seem to have been pretty charitable to him, at least in the DMs. It sounds to me like he fucked off with the money, to be totally honest. It sounds like he got a few $1,000s to make a thing, realized it would be work, couldn't take the heat from saying stuff like people should be denied. What was he saying again? It was like people should be denied food stamps if they spend it on coffee or something. I can't remember.
Something.
Yeah, it was something. Yeah, something gross. So this guy's like taking thousands of dollars to make a thing, fails to make it, spends all of his time arguing with people, insisting that people who are on food stamps shouldn't be allowed to get coffee in the morning before work, disappears with the money. Did he just disappear? Did he say anything? Or like, did he just, like, he's on no warning. He just flat out vanished, right?
So from what I've seen, I've seen a few of their private DMs. From what I've seen, he said, look, YouTube's getting too hard for me. I'm gonna have to take a step back. I will be repaying you, but you're not gonna be seeing me. I'm basically leaving. Basically, is what the last message.
Yeah, I don't really A-log Doomer like that, Bug. I'm gonna be honest. I've got no idea on the timeline of his return. I don't even really know about him leaving. So
Message my friend got, and then didn't hear another word until he still hasn't heard another word from him, to be honest.
Okay, so he premeditated this then, because he didn't just delete everything in a huff and then go, shoot, I don't have this contact. He thought to contact this person first, and tell him like,
No,
hey,
my friend was contacting him. It wasn't. This wasn't in just my friend was like, "Yo, what's up? You like? It's been 2 months. I haven't heard anything." In a way nicer way, by the way. It was sort of like, "Hey, what's going on? Where you at?" And my friend was, and then Doomer sort of just like, said the whole thing about leaving YouTube and all that. And that was the last my friend has heard of Doomer, and this was in March of 2022, so 2 years ago.
okay.
And yeah, so like to me, my main
yeah, honestly, I doubt Doomer had any intention of paying this guy back, but I also like have a limited sympathy for this guy because this guy's like a total retard sped, and I'm being sent even more stuff that just confirms to me more and more that this guy is just like a total downy.
thing here is, to operate in
I
this
would
space,
scam this guy too.
We need to hold people to a standard, which it can't just be anything goes. It can't just be start a Patreon, start a GoFundMe, take the money and run. I mean, we really have to. We have to do something.
I mean, we are in post Keffel's GFM territory, so I don't know necessarily.
You're right, I
about
wouldn't.
that.
I'm way too nice.
That word have is carrying a lot of weight here, but no, I get what you mean. Like if
for the same type of thing,
well, if people
a lot more money, grander scale, but the same idea.
Well, if people are, I think if people are taking advantage of other people's goodwill, I think that's sort of
It is Mark archetype, 100%.
I hope
wants to be in the club so fucking bad and will pay however much money it takes to get it.
He pays back this money forthwith. Although I'm going to be real with you, if he's Doomer's odd because
if you had to bet $100, do you think he's going to pay it back on April 15th?
I'm not betting $100, but if I had to bet, $100 on April 15th.
Mm-hmm.
I said 500.
No. Would you bet $100 that he'll make a payment on April 15th?
You know what? If here's what I would bet. I'm not gonna bet, by the way, because I have no idea what's going on. But
very clear.
If I were to bet, I would say I could see him being pressured to pay the first $500, and I could see him fucking off before the next payment ever makes it. Because here's the thing: if he needs $2,000 to $3,000 to make a thing, like he's very clear here. This is to accommodate 6 weeks of work, 6 weeks off to do it. So $2,000 accounts for 6 weeks of work, right? If he couldn't pay this guy back, and he didn't take the 6 weeks off, then that tells me I don't think he's in a position to be losing $500 additional every month. I think that sounds like a burden, and I like, this is the part that sticks out to me. Okay, just to go back here. Where did I put that thing?
I will go back and rewatch that whole McDonald's discourse. And
I kind of assumed Doomer was rich. I'm not gonna lie. Hearing that he's a scammer is kind of ruining my perception of him. The little respect I had for him.
Put some of his same talking points back at him if he can't afford this $500 a month.
Why did this guy get? Well, he didn't lend 5K. It was paid for work, but the work was never completed. But yeah, he does just give people money to be cool, basically. Yeah. He's not rich. He didn't even go to uni. SMH. He says he's an autodidact. Okay, Boots. Well, you certainly airlogged this guy harder than I do, so I'll take your word for it.
So this is the part that kind of stands out to me. Yeah, I see you in chat, Doomer. Hang on. I'm just gonna pop it back on the screen. Here we go. Okay. Boom. This is the part that stands out to me here. So, midway through,
Are you talking about the DM I sent you?
No. I haven't even looked at that yet. So he says, this is what DoomerMedia says, okay? I'm gonna make myself smaller. I will pay him back within 6 months. I had partially paid back the initial amount, but it's been a while, so I intend to repay the entire thing. Now, when he says I had partially paid back the initial amount, I take that to mean I gave him back money. Because what he says down here is, see, you don't know what happened. This is why I didn't want to talk to you. I absolutely did pay something back, because you call him out, say that's not true, you didn't pay anything back unless you have receipts. I did work for free on his show in furtherance of repaying the debt. Okay, hang on. Wait. So, sorry, $2,800 was for Hasan.
Well, so I sat in a Discord call and I consulted him about his new YouTube project.
What was the remaining money for?
That'll be $1,000, thank you.
So to not share too much information of their personal stuff, it basically was going to be a show on YouTube that have you ever heard of shit, I don't even know the terminology. He basically paid him for a glorified script or an outline. I think it's called a shit, what's the technical term for it?
Like a treatment?
That's exactly the word I was looking for. Thank you. You read my mind. He paid him for
I took film class in high school. So here's
Sunday one.
Okay. So
Sunday
just so we're on the same page, I'm going to put this in plain English, okay? You can tell me if I'm reading this right.
Sunday
so DoomerMedia says, I
usual.
partially paid back the initial amount. But you're mistaken, Philly, because you're confused. You say I couldn't have paid it back because no.
Okay, I don't know if it was that show. I don't know if it was that show. It might be a different show. It might not be the Johnny Sigma podcast. I think there's been a few different incarnations of this show.
Exist. But what you don't understand is that I actually paid him back partially by doing work for free on this show. The part of this that perplexes me is that it seems like he's treating not finishing the job as paying back his patron, which is kind of the opposite. He is owed the full thing. Giving him part of it isn't paying him back. That's just not delivering.
Not only that, but what
I think Doomer was in
specifically
Sunday's
referring
chat. He
to
said
when I
Sunday
made it
check
clear
DMs.
is that
I'm
I'm
pretty sure.
referring to the $2,800 and
No, the money. Yeah, the money. And this is
other $3,200 for the treatment is
We'll
separate.
see when we
that
catch
was
up.
paid for separately.
this wasn't in one package, so he's done this over a period of time.
Yes, this Hasan thing was completely separate from the treatment. That's why I didn't even include the treatment, because there's like partial repayments, or you send them 20 pages of so that gets a little messy. So I'm like, all right, let's just push that
Dude,
aside
this
for
is
a
so
second. Let's
goofy.
focus on this $2,800.
Oh my God.
$2,800.
So many, I guarantee you, so many Twitch ball streamers have been giving this fucking homo rich guy who's funding this gay little show the runaround for as much money as possible. I think Tom's been doing it. Why wouldn't you? I ain't even thought it. I can't. But it is happening. Because, I mean, yes, I know at least 2 people that took money from that guy, so...
For this non-video. And once you add it all together, it looks really, really, really.
You know what's really funny
shady.
about this? It's coming back to me now. I'm remembering something. DoomerMedia actually put out a Patreon to raise funds for additional videos than the Hasan one. Because I remember them talking about the Hasan video for a little while. But then he was also raising money for additional videos in the style of the Vosh and the to be completed Hasan video. So this guy wasn't he wasn't just taking thousands of dollars and not delivering on anything, and then pretending like 20 pages of docs. I guess it just means 20 pages, and then is treating like, oh, I made 20 pages of stuff in Google Docs, therefore this project I have completed, I'm actually paying him back by doing only a small fraction of the work. He was getting more money to do this again.
Yeah, he was taking advantage of him. I think he was taking advantage of his goodwill. Yeah, I mean, like a fan of yours fully funds your goal, your GoFundMe goal for your video. I mean, and you disappear.
How do you get $3,000 like a Hasan video? That's so goddamn easy. Literally, just go in your Discord. Hey guys, what's some shit that Hasan did? Just list them. List them, categorize them, right? Hasan is a bad advocate because... Hasan is an immoral person because... That was basically the Vosh's Unironically Evil video for $3,000. I'll do that. I will do that for $500. I will do it for $500 right now.
But for free every video. Yeah, go ahead.
Well, that's the thing. Like, he makes money from the video. It's going to be on his channel, right? This wasn't like a video for another channel. Well, wait, was it? Was it for?
No, this is supposed to be his video, Doomer's video. Yes.
So the thing would pay for itself.
Yep. So it's just completely fucked all the way around.
Doomer's such a lazy bastard, man. Come on. Make the fucking video,
in chat say, like, why didn't you wait until Doomer made a payment to say something and give him a chance to repay? So
don't even answer that.
Honestly,
Philly, don't even answer that. I would just leave it there, and I'll tell you why. Because we already know that that your friend waited at least 2 years. We already know. Apparently,
so ready to get the boot in on
reached out to
Doomer.
the person who paid him
So
yet.
based.
So this conversation between you and the promises made to you literally mean nothing. And we
know me who has nothing to do with it.
We know for a certain fact that he absolutely could have repaid this person or contacted him because he would have had his payment information. There's literally there's no way. So it's like,
look, if he would have contacted him that night and said, "Look, bro, listen, I got you on the 15th, and I'd have been in the win. You wouldn't have heard from me again. Like, I'd have been cool. I just, I'm trying to just make things right, and I just want Doomer to make things right, and then hopefully we can move on.
Sunday needs a wiggle.
Right, well,
but that
Bug's actually got some. Bug, do you have the piglets?
That's it. That's all I had.
That's it for now. Okay.
Yeah, that's
all right.
All I had.
Doomer, pay your.
Listen, Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, after you.
I was gonna say I really appreciate you just giving me just a chance to talk. I'm not, this is all it is just presenting this to you, getting your opinion, seeing what you thought, seeing if I'm crazy. Am I just jumping the gun? Am I like tripping here or what? Because
No, I think it's pretty transparent. He thought 2 years was enough, that it would be forgotten, and he had no intention of paying it back. Because you know what you would do if really your issue was that you had no socials and you couldn't contact someone, leaving aside the fact that literally, like, your PayPal interfaces with your bank or your credit card. So, and you will, if it's through Patreon, you'll literally get the person's name in your records. By the way, guys, you're all doxing yourselves when you become patrons of people. Just letting you know. Yeah.
Patreon W.
Like, what he would do is he would go, "Hey guys, I'm back. I had a bit of a mental collapse or something. I owe some people some money. Can you guys help me find this guy? I've lost all my socials." He would do that. He wouldn't be jumping to, "Ooh, I'm gonna make my Vosh's Unironically Evil sequel video because now everybody hates Vosh again, and it's like this is an opportune time to make some money and salvage my image." Like, here's a question: why didn't he come back and make the Hasan video? Like, he's now 2 years late. He owes it.
I mean, Sunday, these are great questions. I gotta give it to you. These are great questions.
Why not literally just make the Hasan video? Then you get to keep the money too. Like, what? Huh?
Like, what? Why isn't this guy taking any steps to make?
Pretty
this
sure
right?
he teased that
why
the sequel
is
the Hasan
some
one.
random dude that he's never met before to come, like, hound him on Discord for him to even acknowledge the fact, and then still not reach out to the guy. It's just, I don't know. It's just,
I would be
rubs me the wrong way all the way around.
I would be astonished. I would be astonished. I'd be astonished if Doomer pays back $500. I don't believe for a second he's going to pay back $3,000. I don't think that's true for 1 minute.
I hope you're wrong.
Hey! Look. As far as I'm concerned.
Hello.
Oh shit!
Now I can hear you. Yep. Hello.
Perfect. There we go. Yo.
How's it going?
All right. Am I crazy? Does any of this really matter? Like, is this really bad?
What, this Doomer thing?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like, I don't know, the way I read this is the guy's like, "Hey, you didn't pay my friend back. Hey, I'll pay him $500 starting on the 15th. and then the guy's like, it's been 10 days and he hasn't paid yet.
Well,
And
it did, but okay, but that's
not-
after 2 years, right?
Oh yeah, but like, well, so I feel like you kind of got to give him the opportunity to pay it now. Like, if you were going to expose him after 2 years,
it's
then
fine.
yeah,
It's fine to come out and say this guy gave me the runaround on this money for 2 years. I think that's fine to say.
Well, yeah, so I think that if they said it from the beginning, right? Opening up, it's been 2 fucking years he hasn't paid me. I think that's fine. And
I guess
he didn't.
do you not think it's kind of
that's
fucked?
fine.
Do you think it's kind of fucked with Doomer that he's had this conversation? And it's been how many days? What, almost 8 days, and Doomer has not opened up a line of communication with this guy again. They haven't spoken since Doomer disappeared from the internet, and Doomer has not opened up a line of communication with this guy again, despite being confronted on this, told about the idea of a payment plan. They haven't set up the details of a payment plan together. Like,
Well, they did set up the details.
well, no, but
It's
that's
the
on
same
STV's
PayPal account.
behalf, right? Oh, well, I guess so. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean,
I mean,
I don't
is
know.
it
I guess
possible Doomer just thought like, "Hey, your friend he reached out to me. I guess that's it." Like, I guess he's obviously reporting this back to his friend. Like, is there any way to like? I mean, we're never gonna know now, but like, is there any way he was just gonna pay this fucking money back on the 15th, like he said?
I just
Like, is that
don't-
really so not plausible? I mean, if he didn't do it on the 15th,
yeah.
then you have like something to work with. I mean, you already had something to work. Again, I think it's fine to expose him after the 15th, and I think it's fine to expose him before you make this contact.
But it feels weird.
But it
doing
just seems
now.
disingenuous
Yeah.
to like. It's been 1 week since you said you were going to pay him, and you still haven't paid him on the agreed upon date in a month now. Like,
Sure, yeah, it's a weird timing for sure. It does seem like a kind
because
of
I
weird
agree
timing.
with you. You wanted to hammer the guy for fucking scamming or whatever for 2 fucking years. Sure, right? I get it. It seems weird to have like the nice casual, hey, I'm glad there's some integrity in this community.
Sure. But I guess you came in asking, does this really matter? But
Yeah.
I mean, I guess that doesn't really change my perspective on the timing of when they came out with it doesn't change my perspective massively on whether
Well,
it
it makes me
matters or
feel
not.
like the guy was just planning on getting content when he was making that conversation. It doesn't seem like he was super into the
I mean,
idea of
even
Doomer
if even
actually-
if that was a motivation, I say it wouldn't change my perspective on Doomer's actions.
Yeah, and there's also an argument to be made on whether, like, even if he started paying it back, whether that guy should be sworn to secrecy on it, right?
Yeah,
Like, that
exactly
guy
right.
probably should be able to speak on the fact that he didn't get paid
Yeah, like
for
because
2
what
years.
if Doomer sets up another GoFundMe or solicits funding for another video? So people should know that the last time that happened, he gave them the runaround for 2 years. I thought that's fair.
I would agree with that. Yeah, I think that's the thing is like this whole process is extremely fucking stupid. I would never pay a YouTuber for a video he hasn't made yet.
This
By the
guy,
way, this guy
Nick,
had
I could tell
one
you
video
so
in the
much about it.
backlog. It makes
I've
no
got
sense.
so much shit that I can't leak about this fucking freak that is paying people for videos. I've got like so many logs here. It's so funny. He's such a loser. I don't know what's going on with it. But have you ever seen the projects that he did produce?
No, I've only seen his one video.
Yeah. Oh no, not Doomer. The guy paying him has been trying to
no.
pay Twitch poll people to make sort of like prepared content for a
Is
long
this guy
time.
just like a whale? Like he just comes in
Yeah,
and he's like,
basically.
he wants to be like your personal,
Yeah.
like progressive victory.
Yes. Basically, yeah. He even his username is the string puller.
Yeah.
So he really sees himself that way. But he released like
wait,
this.
hold on 1 second. Hey Nick, why don't you ask Willie Mack if it matters? Well, I mean, he got his script, didn't he? Like, I don't. I mean, that guy, they got done that time. I think he's pretty happy with it.
Yeah, true. But yeah, this guy's produced like satire. It was like a satire podcast that was like had Erudite playing like a fake healthy gamer, like Dr. K parody on an advert for like a gaming
What the
therapy
fuck?
service and shit. Yeah, it's really bizarre, really unfunny. It's like 20 minutes of pure cringe of just like Twitch poll people trying to do satire, and it is horrendous.
This
Yeah,
sounds like
so Chud made everyone watch it. Chud was paid to get people to watch it.
you know what this
so he showed it
sounds
on
like?
stream.
Darman.
In what way?
It just sounds like this. So they hired Erudite to do a gay skit.
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
That
yeah,
sounds
yeah.
like Darman hiring Sniper Wolf to do a gay skit.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, except on a small scale, I guess. Yeah, just in Twitch poll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. I kind of want. I would have liked to know if he was going to pay the money back. If he like I mean, you had the perfect opportunity to see if he was gonna like double scam there.
Sure,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? Like, how disingenuous is he planning on being? But like, I don't know. It just felt like, hey, let's be cool here. Let's get this money back. He was like a little virtue signaler, like, yeah, it's like this community is like, at least there's somebody in this community with a little integrity. And then it's like, Mr. President Sunday, I've got the DMs for you. Again, actually, in the person's defense, it didn't seem like he wanted to leak his DMs. It seems like Sunday kind of proactively
Yeah, Sunday
showed them on
Sunday
screen.
fucked it. Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't
Was
know.
like,
I'm
well, I
not
guess we're
making
going
like
for it
any
now.
judgments
Yeah.
on that guy either. It just seems like a shitty situation. Again, dude, if there's one thing that you should take away from this, it's not to subscribe to a YouTuber's Patreon who's literally just shown up and asked people to donate for him to do work.
True. Yep. Yeah. I mean,
I've really disappointed people by canceling videos and stuff like that. One of the videos that people have been begging for a long time is the Hasan video, which is.
I mean, well,
ironic.
that's less on the other side, isn't it? Is don't announce videos before you're sure you're going to make them.
Announcing them is one thing. If people feel bad about it, well, that just
Kuihman,
affects my
who's your
negative
favorite
perception.
Nick?
If I took money from those people, now I'm fucked. Like, it's one thing to be like, I'm sorry, I disappointed everybody. We never made the video we were planning on making. It's another when you have to go back and start issuing refunds to people.
Yeah.
That's never a good place to be, because there's no good way to do that. Like, I had a situation, right, in my own YouTube content creation lifestyle. Now, I don't have a Patreon because I know I'm not going to keep up with it, but my podcast did. And I was in charge of doing one of the rewards things, and we were doing channel reviews or whatever. And it was like 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, 6 months. The podcast abruptly ended because everyone was kind of burnt out and stuff like that. But I still had to go back and like put together the channel reviews and stuff like that, get them into a call and do them. And one day someone was like, hey, where the fuck are the channel reviews? I'm like, oh, shit. So people who were refunded, I still did theirs. I went through, I did every single one of them. And then if people wanted refunds, on top of that, I also gave back refunds, plus a little interest for some people too. I think I had to go on a fucking live stream with Colton to talk about saving dolphins or something. Like, I went above and beyond to fix the situation because it was my fuck up. I didn't put it on Tom. I didn't put it on Vega. But like, it just sucks to be in a position like that because some people, like, I wasn't planning on fucking scamming people. The podcast, in my opinion, had died like months ago. We just didn't follow up with the last reward after we like finished the show. So
Sure.
I went back and I had to go and like overdo it or whatever. And that's just it. Even if it's done well, it's still, well, why was it done 6 months late? It's a lose-lose.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's, I mean, obviously that's a ridiculous standard. No one should be held to going to the level that you went to. I don't think, but I think that even if Doomer had the intention to repay here, I think it is good to just like, if someone's fucking around with this stuff, you got to get the boot in when it's happening, because
even that's not 2 years, as someone points out in the chat.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I just think, you got to get the boot in.
Well, the main argument I would make is like, well, I don't think he ever planned on coming back.
Well, yeah, exactly, right? Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Like, we're only having this
So what?
discussion
This guy
because he
only
came
gets his
back.
money back if Vosh leaks porn on his stream a few weeks ago. That's the condition. Okay, well, they say we got really fucking lucky then, I guess.
Yeah. So I don't know. I hope this guy pays it back and whatever. Because I don't know Doomer super duper well. To be honest, I've spoke to him more since he came back than I did before he was gone, and stuff through like JStalk streams and stuff like that. He just did some really good work for Willie. That was ironically, people were saying that's Willie's best video, and he didn't write it. The Keffels one was really good work. And I think Willie does great work all the time, but anybody helping Willie put out videos faster is a friend to me, because Willie's videos are all fucking fire. So I don't know. I hope this gets resolved.
Well, we'll see how Doom handles it. Have you got any idea why people keep calling him DoomerMedia?
I don't know.
Damn. I wonder if there's anything going on there.
So, what are your thoughts on Tipster?
Oh, Tipster. Dude, that shit with his mod is fucking wild.
I don't want to.
Oh yeah, fuck. I did see a private tweet. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Fair
but
enough,
I don't know. I'm gonna mention it briefly on my next stream because someone
Fair
recommended I do that. But
That part,
It is
yeah,
funny.
that's a psycho.
There's a little funny aspect to this that I'm not gonna dig in too hard into the ground and laugh about. That this was one of his post commentary friends that he made, and they've probably arguably done like the worst foul out of any single person who's been shitting on him. Like everyone told him it was gonna go bad, and he didn't listen. And then like some homeless disabled retard went fucking nuclear.
Old dogs, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I disavow all that. The issue I have is they start pointing in directions of where to find certain stuff, and that's where I don't want to watch it.
Yeah, that's the problem. but yeah, I mean, to be fair, look, they censored, like, it's not like that bad because the censoring was insane.
but they should like there's certain lines in there.
It's like it's too close, I think.
Yeah. I mean, again, there was some value to the video, and by value I mean I've learned so much about the homeless experience. not a ton about tipster and Keffels, but I learned about like.
I like the fact that you said I'm not gonna talk about this, and we've now.
I know,
for like 2 or 3 minutes straight.
Well, I already made the decision that I'm gonna mention it on stream, and I already tweeted about it private. Once people started covering it on stream, I felt like I had to give like a formal disavow, because if I don't, it's gonna be gay and tipster's gonna
the thing is that person is like mentioning your name on all of the fucking descriptions and comments, like if you've seen that, but they're like, oh, huge shout out to Nick DeOrio for shitting on Tipster, exposing these fucking frauds and all this shit.
Yeah, I reached out to the I'm not even kidding you. I reached out to the first trans person on my DM list, and I'm like, hey, do you know this person? As if they're like a hive mind and could immediately get in touch with them to take the video down.
They usually do.
Yeah, oh, that's what I was thinking. I was like, there's a chance here that this person knows that trans person. No offense to that person if they're watching this. And then they're like, well, you could probably just reach out to them because I think they follow you. And I'm like, I do not want to subject myself to 3 seconds of talking to that person. So I'm going to just be a bystander here.
Well, fair enough. I think apparently Doomer is talking about this on JStalk.
Wait, right now?
Let's have a look.
Because I know he is, but I didn't know he was doing it now.
Wait,
he's doing it now?
He is on there
Dude,
now.
He DM'd me like 5 minutes ago.
I was always going to fucking
go talk about this on JStalk when he's ready to respond.
Jesus.
It's now! It's happening now!
Well,
all right, I'm going to go watch this.
Fair enough. I'll catch you in a bit.
Oh, wait, I got to hit the button.
Oh, shit! Oh, shit!
Okay. Finish Sunday, then JStalk. Wait, let me just get this back to where it begins, and then we'll go back. We'll do the full thing. Find the start. There we go. Okay. All right.
Concerned. At this point, it's like, I think he owes interest, bluntly. Like, if he wants to pay him back the $3,000, I hope he does. But that doesn't really settle the score. He hid with the $3,000, actually with the $5,000 apparently, for 2 years with no explanation. I mean, that's nothing else, just completely disrespectful. And now he's coming back, makes no mention of it, makes no attempt to contact the person or pay him back. And is like look at the tone of this at the beginning. Like, hello, I believe you have something to say to me. Why would I talk to you? It's like, why not go, given the fact that you royally fucked up. You took thousands of dollars for free, essentially, to do nothing, and then ran with it. Why would you not go, yeah, look, it's a really fucked up situation. I was not in a good headspace. I just came back from it recently. You know, I had completely forgotten. I'm going to get on that right away. Thanks for reminding me. Why would he not just do that? See, that's what a decent person would do, in my opinion.
That's what I would do. Yeah, that's exactly what I would do.
Even if he can't, honestly, you would say that, and then you'd reach out to the guy and, like, say your situation, and you'd work something out, if something can be worked out. But instead, he's arrogant, and he dismisses you about it, and he claims, no, I paid him back partially. What, you don't have receipts? That's impossible.
Dude, Sunday is gaslighting STV Philly right now. He's like, yes, yeah, Philly. Doomer's trying to rob you. Doomer's trying to steal money from your friend. Yeah, STV. Doomer's gonna rape you. Doomer's gonna rape you, STV. Doomer's gonna bend you over. He's going to rape. He's gonna buck break you. It's like, just absolutely gaslighting.
Possible. No, actually, I paid him back by giving him some pages I finished. That's not paying him back.
He didn't know what I knew. He thought he was gonna lie his way out of this. This is what he thought.
Okay, well, Doomer, I think by now, and I know you're in the chat, I think by now you should know that you are not a very good liar. I encourage you to not.
Oh man.
Yeah, I hopefully your friend gets his money back. I don't know what else to say.
If I make a claim about what happened, you cannot confirm or deny it. You weren't there. So that statement right there is him trying to get me to tell him what I know.
You know what would have been really powerful?
I can't read that statement any other way.
What would have been really powerful is if he said, no, actually, I'm talking to that friend right now. You're wrong because I'm a responsible person and I owed money, so I was already talking to him.
Smooth.
You're stepping out of line. That would have been a really powerful retort.
Based in Giga Chat.
Yeah.
Good luck, sir.
Yeah. And you feel a little silly too. But it's like,
yes.
Like, here's a question: $3,000. You know, that's a lot of money if you're not working. But he's on like J stock, like for hours at a time. Here's a question: why aren't you working like a Walmart or a McDonald's job to just pay back your debt? Like, you could pay that off in like a couple weeks.
I honestly don't think he ever intended on paying it back.
I don't think he ever intended on working by the looks of it, but
that's where I'm left. I don't think he intended to pay it back. That's why he didn't contact him. I mean,
it's worse than that. It's worse than that because he contacted him and then he ghosted. And I actually haven't looked at this thing yet. Hang on. So you sent me something else. What is this?
Yeah, I did send you a couple of things. I didn't know what was important.
Those are the receipts.
Get a real job, Doomer. Guys, speaking of getting a real job, please remember to like, subscribe, donate, buy a membership, gift a membership, buy a super chat if you can. Thank you very much, guys. The content will continue. We will finish or try to finish this Doomer stuff. I don't know if it explodes and something that goes on for hours and hours. We might not finish it. Who knows what's going to happen? We'll see. But yeah.
Can I show this, or is this? We'll leave this off screen. I'll just read out this part. Also, something else I need to talk to you about. This is what you read out to me earlier. I'm probably going to quit making content and being a public figure. Not 100% sure at the moment, but probably like 80% sure. So I need to pay you back for the Hasan, which means you don't need to pay me anymore for writing work. You basically got a shitload of my time prepaid, and after the show is done, I can pay back the rest with interest or something.
I fear for the future of my YouTube account if I allow Bug Solo to react to Doomer content.
Okay. So before ghosting, he promised him more than $5,000.
It appears so.
I don't see any talk here of like the pages he's done counting towards his pay.
Satius super chatted $5. $5 from Satius. You played Dragon's Dogma yet?
Yes, I have 12 hours in Dragon's Dogma already. I played a lot earlier. I started as Thief, and now I'm playing Warrior. And I think I'm gonna go for the Mystic Spear Hand vocation when I can, because that shit sounds cool as fuck.
So I think there is. Oh, yeah, there is one. There is one. Hold on one second.
Yeah, let's see.
Yeah. Literally 1 second. All right.
But what I mean is like the 20 is the 20 pages. Does your friend acknowledge that as like?
Bug isn't Scottish. Bug is not Scottish.
Here, let's see here. Okay.
I haven't played Deadly Premonition.
Haven't heard from you, so just checking in on the ETA for the treatments and draft script. That's your friend. DoomerMedia replies, treatments probably today. Drafts, I don't know. I'll have something by the weekend for sure, but I'll probably keep working on it, so it's unlikely to be final.
And here's the part.
Oh, and then, well, I meet about the script at 4. That's on March 7th. 2 days go by. Hope you aren't dead. Let me know when we can talk about this.
Yeah,
And
see,
then
that's
June
those are the
5th.
stuff I'm talking about. I hope
And
you're
then
not dead.
June
Like,
June 5th, well, we have quite the predicament now, don't we? And there's no follow-up? There's nothing else?
we'll have we have quite the predicament. Like, how non-combative can you be? Like this guy just, like, come on, Doomer. This is pathetic. This is pathetic.
Here, hang on, let me...
Bro, spitting.
Treat
It's
a
pretty
fan like
pathetic.
this? A
I mean,
friend?
we'll see. We'll see. Maybe he's got context that exonerates him.
Let's see here. So...
We'll see. We'll see.
So he says, also, there's something else I need to talk to you about. I'm probably going to, oh no, actually, I will, let's see. He says, I want to quit making content and being a public figure. Not 100% sure at the moment, but probably like 80% sure. So I need to pay you back for this. I need to pay you back for the Hasan video, which means you don't need to pay me any more for writing. You basically got a shitload of my time prepaid. And after this show is done, I can pay back the rest with interest.
ETA for the treatments on draft script. Treatments probably today. Drafts, I don't know. I'll have some over the weekend for sure, but I'll probably keep working on it. It's just unlikely to be final. So something else I need to talk about. I'm probably going to quit making content and being a public figure. Not 100% sure. I'm probably 80% sure. So I need to pay you back for the Hasan video, which means you don't need to pay me back. Pay me any more for writing work. You've basically got a shitload of my time prepaid. Dude. That's so funny. Oh man. Oh yeah, so I'm not gonna be making that video that you paid for. So just just forget about the money and we'll just say that you've got some of my time. I'll give it to you in gift cards. It's an IOU. Oh man.
Or something. From February 2022.
What's 2 years interest at the lowest? Like let's say a starter credit card on $5,000. What would that be?
Between 20 and 25%.
Yeah, you got to think before you speak, Doomer. You're owing a little more than $5,000 now. Those 20 pages aren't going very far.
I mean, what the fuck are you gonna do with 20 pages of a treatment and then you paid $5,000? Like,
Well, that part bothers me a lot for the simple reason that, like, he paid like the $2,000, $2,200, I think. He paid $2,200 for a treatment. You're not paying him back the money by giving him part of a treatment. That's like saying you paid a plumber like $1,000 to fix your toilet, and they fixed part of your toilet, so you don't owe them, they don't owe you that money back if they just walk out the door. It's like, no, you didn't do the job. You weren't paid for part of a treatment. You were paid for a treatment. You were paid for the task you were paid for. Unless there's a specific agreement they had where it's like, you know what? Fine, we'll call this, whatever, like $500 or something. I don't...
My friend's willing to give him $1,000 off for the 20 pages.
Tell your friend he's wrong, and he shouldn't.
Just too nice.
Yeah, your friend is too nice. But this is like... No, he shouldn't be off for $1,000.
Because this guy's a pathetic loser who's not paying for work. He's paying to be friends with Twitch Poll people. It's fucking sad.
But look,
Bluntly.
I'm not here to negotiate.
Yeah.
I'm not here to negotiate. I just really wanted to just make sure, like I said, make sure I'm not like, crazy here, because this is just absolutely wild.
I don't think... Look, I'm going to take the burden off your shoulders, okay? You don't have to make any accusation.
I wish this pathetic loser would contact me.
I think Doomer scammed this dude. That's my opinion. Don't even say it. Don't even disagree with me, okay? We'll just leave it there. We'll leave it there. Doomer, you scam
right there.
you scammed this guy.
Jesus.
You told this person you'd do a job for
Strong words. I want to
like
get through
close to
this. I want to catch up
$3,000.
with
He
Jason
gave you the
stuff.
money.
I'm
You told him
itching.
you pay him back when you couldn't deliver.
I'm
And then you
itching.
ghosted him. God knows why.
I need
Presumably
it.
because you liked the money too much or you couldn't afford it. But instead of explaining that, you just disappeared.
Like crap.
Your explanations that you couldn't contact and don't wash, they make no sense. So you stole $3,000 essentially, as far as I'm concerned. This is I based off of this. If he wants to produce like evidence to the contrary, I'd be fascinated to see that.
They're circling. I think we've got the information here. Is there any more DMs? He doesn't show any more DMs. That's all we've got. There's no more info.